Look at this shit again with the fucking stop sign.
Literally, we hear this every time.
We hear this every video.
Because you're not the ones with the fucking stop sign in the middle of your forehead.
Even if I was the one with the stop sign in the middle of my forehead. Hello.
How you doing, folks? Fuckstick, jackass,
retard,
the man. We're back. We just got done watching Raw. And what the hell else did we watch? Bring It to the Table?
Yeah.
And, Bring It to the Table was a lot more interesting than Raw was.
Yeah.
Sub party.
Raw started with Kurt Angle's music queuing up. We're in Pittsburgh, so it was a whole nice feel-good moment. Kurt coming home, all that good stuff. And, Kurt did his little speech about coming back home. It's his anniversary of winning the gold medal with a broken freaking neck. And then he announced the matches, the big matches for the night. And then all of a sudden, we got a surprise. We got Brock Lesnar's music queued up. He came out, and Heyman cut a badass promo about, the Fatal 4-Way match coming up at SummerSlam and how, if it was anybody else, they would lose, but Brock's not going to lose. But if Brock does lose, here's the catch. Paul said, this is what he said tonight. If Brock loses the title, that he will leave the WWE.
Which could only mean he's going back to UFC to fight, what's his face?
John Jones.
Yeah, John Jones.
Yeah, well, something's definitely up. Because why else would Paul say that? Unless
he's seriously considering leaving.
Unless we're all completely wrong about this match and Brock's going to win.
I mean, I could see it happening because, Vince still does want Reigns and Lesnar at WrestleMania.
Right,
I don't think he would change that.
We're a ways away from Mania still.
Still, they're contracted at least until after Mania.
Right, but we're still a ways away. So you can have Lesnar drop the title now, regain it somewhere down the line, and still have Reigns and Lesnar at Mania. Because what are you going to do? Have Roman Reigns be number one contender from now until WrestleMania?
No.
So you're going to have to figure something else out there. So the question is Brock just looking for time off real quick? Is he going to be going away for a movie or something? Or is maybe this something real going on behind the scenes where Brock's just done?
I mean, I could see this being his final run.
I mean, what else does he have to do in WWE?
Nothing.
And I think the money angle is covered at this point. I think he's made enough.
Oh, his money angle is covered out the fucking ass.
So I don't really think it's that anymore.
He has more money than he can know what to do with right now. Last year, he got paid $6 million.
He might just be legitimately getting bored.
Yeah.
So maybe this is the end of Brock Lesnar as we know it. I hope not, man, because I love Suplex City. I really do.
Everybody does. Just to see people go all ragdoll after he tossed them like that, turn inside out.
I wanted to see Suplex City tonight, and we'll get to that in a minute, though. So from there, what the hell was the next thing?
Hardys and Gallows and Anderson.
Yeah, the Hardys and Gallows and Anderson, and there was another disappointing Hardy entrance because it was still Team Extreme, and it's not broken, and it's not going to get broken anytime soon.
Because they jumped the gun.
Yeah, so we're going to have to keep going with the... I mean, don't get me wrong, the Team Extreme thing, that's what I grew up on. I loved the Hardy Boys.
So it's good to see it, but you wanted to see them back for the broken gimmick.
I want to see the broken gimmick, yes, absolutely. I think the broken gimmick works today. I don't think Team Extreme really works that much today. The extreme vibe has kind of left WWE these days.
At the time, it was like all the rage because that's what you were getting. Now you don't really see that much extreme stipulation matches.
Like you said, watching them run is very hard to watch.
Yeah, I don't think Jeff and Matt should run anymore.
Well, Jeff I could see running.
No, even Jeff. I watched him tonight. It looked painful. Like, don't get me wrong. Jeff can jump off stuff with the best of them.
He did it on his first night back.
There aren't many people that will do the things Jeff Hardy will do to entertain a crowd. Okay? But they've taken a beating over the years. It shows. They don't move as well as they used to. That's why I think they need the broken gimmick. Because it kind of takes away from the fact that they're not as good in the ring as they used to be.
Exactly.
But, tonight we got to see them against Gallows and Anderson, which is always good because the club is a very underrated team.
Extremely underrated.
It was a good match. The Hardys got the win. And then they went up and they attacked the Revival. And then Gallows and Anderson came up and got involved. And somehow this all ended with 2 twists of fates. And then Matt setting up Jeff for what they called poetry in motion, but it really wasn't. It was actually just Jeff jumping off Matt's back in the middle of nowhere. And yeah, take over for a minute. What did
Well,
that
I
say?
showed up like a little bit later, so.
Yeah.
Next wasn't really just a waste of time match.
What was that?
It was Akira Tozawa.
That was next?
Yeah.
Really? That early?
Yeah.
Okay, so
What does it
it
mean?
was
Yes!
it was the cruiserweight.
It was
3-on-3.
It was Akira Tozawa, Cedric Alexander, and Rich Swann versus Daivari, Tony Nese, and TJP.
And I believe, if I'm correct,
I wasn't paying attention in that match because I was that fucking bored.
I'm pretty sure Tozawa got the pin
Probably.
for his team. And it's setting up 205 Live tomorrow night, where Tozawa will meet Daivari, and the winner will face Neville at SummerSlam. Anybody else notice that we haven't seen Neville in a while on Raw?
I haven't seen him in a while.
Has he been on 205 Live? I gotta be honest, I haven't been watching.
I don't watch
I haven't watched it
205
either.
Live.
Okay, well then, I haven't seen Neville in a while. I actually feel really bad for Neville in this whole scenario. Because he's very good in the ring. And the king of the cruiserweights, the whole gimmick works. It's just the cruiserweight division sucks.
He has no real
Yeah.
competition.
You know, and the one
Badly.
chance they had for legit warfare was Austin Aries, and apparently something went horribly wrong there.
Where he asked for his release.
Yeah, something went shit wrong
Well,
there.
he didn't ask for his release, but he sure as hell was glad that he got it.
It's confirmed that
No, he
actually
asked for it.
No, he didn't ask for it. They just gave it, and he was so happy that he got it. He didn't complain. Because
He was writing on Twitter, it's a beautiful day outside.
Yeah,
Dude, his fucking manager posted something like, "We got what we wanted."
Yeah.
yeah. Because they didn't have anything planned for him after the cruiserweight division. He didn't want to be in the cruiserweight division his entire career, but
So yeah, that was the waste
Yeah.
of time. What
but
was
Aries
next?
was his only real competition.
Coming in next was actually a pretty decent match between Seth Rollins and Sheamus.
Yeah, first of all, Sheamus very underrated these days.
Mm-hmm.
Very underrated.
Yeah, I know the Mohawk sucks. I get it.
He looks like Zoidberg.
He looks like
He really does.
no, you know what he looks like? He looks like Sheamus just stuck his finger in a socket. That's what he looks like. He looks like, somebody going through a midlife crisis. But hey, in ring, that man can move. And he hit the brogue kick is badass. It always will be. Cesaro might be the most underrated superstar in history.
Yeah.
Okay?
Period.
And Rollins these days seems to be kind of stalling out. Like they don't know what to do with him. Meanwhile, he's on the fucking cover of the next video game and everything else.
Yep.
So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So Rollins gets the win, and then Cesaro jumps him from behind. Him and Sheamus beat the hell out of him. Then they go to leave, they come back in, continue beating the hell out of him, and then finally, after the crowd has been chanting his name for about 10 minutes, we get Dean Ambrose, who comes out and in pure lunatic fashion attacks both of them, but eventually gets overpowered, and he gets the shit kicked out of him. So instead of getting a badass Shield moment, we got 2 out of 3 Shield members laying on the floor, and that's what we were left with. That was number one huge disappointment of the night, right there.
Yep.
I was waiting for a Shield moment.
I was waiting for Ambrose turning heel. And
Shut up. I
No.
was waiting for a Shield, as I'm watching the Shield on the screen behind me. I was waiting for a Shield moment. I was waiting for Dean and Seth to kick the hell out of these guys and go ahead and give me a little, and let's get the Shield back rolling here a little bit. But that was disappointment number 1 of the night.
Turn heel, Ambrose. Do it.
Then we got an epic, typical setting up a feud for the Intercontinental title promo. And by that I mean Miz TV.
Yep, with Jason Jordan, Kurt's son. If you guys buy into that at all.
His black son. His
Um,
black son.
You know what was sad about this? Nobody cared.
Yeah.
During the whole promo, you got almost zero crowd reaction. And when that happens, it means that the crowd's not invested. They don't give a shit about what's going on in the ring. So it was basically 15 minutes of wasted airtime.
It really was.
Where The Miz tried to get Jason Jordan to let him mentor him. And then when Jason Jordan said no, he started attacking Jason and Kurt verbally. And then Jason got up and they had a little altercation. And Jason, belly to back, suplexed him into the Miztourage. And that was actually kind of cool.
And then left the ring.
Yep. But nobody cared. There was zero reaction from the crowd.
There was little to none. It was bad.
Which means this whole angle's not working. And it's sad because I called this months ago that Jason Jordan would get a solo push. I've been saying it forever, right or wrong.
Yes, you are. You are right.
I said it. He's got the look. He's got the skill. Vince is going to be big on this kid. He's going to push him. But it's already a disaster because the crowd is just not into this. They don't understand it. They already see where the gimmick's going. We all see where this is going. Jason Jordan's going to win the title, and then it's going to lead to a feud with Kurt and Stephanie and everybody else saying that the only reason he got a title shot is because he's Kurt's son. And it's going to lead us down that road. It's too obvious. It's been done too many times, and it's stupid. I'm sorry. Where'd we go?
Then, to make up for that, we got an epic Bray Wyatt promo.
When isn't his promo epic?
I was about to say, pretty much every promo he does is great, except for that one in the desert. That was kind of weird.
Yeah, that one was
very weird.
That was
We got
weird.
Bray being Bray, man. I mean, that dude just hand him a mic and watch him go. But then we got disappointment number 2 of the night.
Wait. Before that. Oh, wait, no. Is this. Wait, yeah.
Yes,
no.
this is disappointment
This
number
is
2. Don't
disappointment
cut me
number
off.
2.
I know what I'm doing here.
This is disappointment number 2.
Listen, I'm the Bray Wyatt of this bitch. Just give me the mic and let me go.
So
He's not stopping me.
So does that make me Luke Harper?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I'm cool with that. You're Eric Rowan.
No, I'm
You're
Braunnnn!
too much of a bitch to be Braunnnn.
Oh, who you calling a bitch
Okay,
boy?
all right, we're getting off.
Look at this jewelry. Look at this jewelry.
We're getting off subject. I'm going to slap the shit out of both of you in a minute.
Gold.
Anyways,
It's gold plated.
the heartbeat cubes. Now, we all know the heartbeat means Finn, right? But usually it's like a quick heartbeat, and then his music cues
And the
up.
lights were red.
When the lights go red and we get that long, drawn-out heartbeat, that usually means that we're getting the alter ego, the demon, which we've all been waiting for again. But instead, it was just Finn standing there when the lights came on.
Just standing there with his arms like this with his back to
Yeah.
Wyatt. And I'm just like, really?
And then when
you
Bray went-
ruined a great opportunity.
Yeah, it was a huge missed opportunity, in my opinion. Then he hit him with the reverse kick, which is a fucking Pele kick, God damn it. AJ Styles has been doing it for years. I don't know why it's called something different when Balor does it.
Yeah, because Michael Cole's a fucking idiot.
And, basically Finn chases Bray out of the arena. That was pretty much it. And it was a huge missed opportunity, in my opinion, to bring the Demon back.
It was.
And to really pump up their match heading towards SummerSlam.
Because we hadn't seen it since SummerSlam last year.
Unless they shock the world at SummerSlam and have the demon come out.
So that was
That
huge.
wasn't that shocking.
Disappointment number 2 for me. That was number 2. We're still rolling here, though. What was next?
The stupid ass Elias Sampson promo.
That was really next?
Him and then leading into a match with him and Kalisto.
Yeah.
Okay,
they-
first off, we were all really waiting for when Kalisto did his jump over the top rope just to get smacked in the head with the guitar.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping for that one.
Just
I'm
because
not
it would
gonna
be
lie.
like so freaking funny.
But
It
instead,
would've been great.
it was just a squash match.
And the thing is, for a squash match, it went too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came back from commercial and the match was still going. I'm like, oh my god.
But Elias gets the win.
Yeah.
They're definitely big on Elias over there at WWE.
Not much we can really do, per se.
So he's just going to keep rolling along, apparently. From there, we went to the...
Triple
Jo-
threat.
Triple threat, right?
Yep, Joe, Braun, and Roman.
And listen, this match was fucking amazing. These guys, they know what they're doing, But this match was disappointment number 3 for me, and I'll tell you why. Not because of the way the match went. Not because of anything they did in the ring. These guys were absolutely great. I didn't even have a problem with the way it ended. With, the Superman punch to Braun, so he falls outside, the spear to Joe, and Roman gets the win. Okay? Here's my problem. Brock Lesnar was in the building. We know he was there. So when this match ended, I had full expectations of Brock's music hitting and him coming out and annihilating everything in the ring. I wanted him to kick the shit out of the friggin' announcement team if he had to. I didn't care. I just wanted to see Brock destroy something.
It'd be nice to see Michael Cole's shoe fly off again.
Instead, there was no Brock moment. All 3 competitors just left the ring under their own power. What the fuck? No! The Beast is in the building. He should be out there destroying them. They're all beat up from their match. It was a perfect opportunity. And nobody can tell me they wouldn't have enjoyed Brock Lesnar taking Braun Strowman to Suplex City.
I'd enjoy it.
That would have been great, but instead, it was just the match was fantastic. I just thought it was a missed opportunity.
Which leads us into disappointment. Probably the final disappointment.
No, we found out about women's match.
Oh yeah, that's right. I completely forgot about that.
And WWE did too, apparently. I think they just stuck this one in real quick because they realized they forgot about the women. It was Bayley.
No. It's Bayley. Bayley, I hope you're watching this.
Bayley, I hope you choke on your soup tonight.
You shut the fuck up.
I hope you drown in your soup because that's how stupid I think you are.
Bayley, I will lick all of your insides.
That's disgusting.
I'll do something that your freaking fiance won't do for you at home.
Stop it. Don't touch me and
Bayley,
say things
also,
like that.
Bayley, if you're watching this, get a restraining order against this kid.
Hey, Bayley.
That won't help.
I was hoping Sasha was going to come out tonight and hit you upside the head with a steel chair.
I love you, Bayley. I got something for you to hug.
Anyways, Bayley got the win
I am really
by
sick.
count out against Nia Jax. Alexa Bliss interfered. It was kind of a stupid thing for the women, really. Not what we expect these days from the women, at least.
No, I found it weird. It's not like after Bayley took out Alexa and then Nia just knocked Bayley for a second. Nia was just like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?"
Yeah, it was weird.
I'm just like, you're the monster and
You shouldn't
freaking
give a shit if anybody's
the
okay.
powerhouse of the women's division.
Yeah.
You're asking if the champion's okay. You should be like, "Fuck you! I want your freaking belt. I want what you have." Not like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" I know your friends are best. I know you two are best friends
And
in
I'm
real
sorry.
life, but have you ever heard of kayfabe?
I'm sorry. I really honestly believe that they are missing out on a great opportunity right now with Sasha and Alexa.
They are. It's
There's
real
real
heat.
heat there. They really don't like each other. And because of that, you would get great promos and great matches.
Hell, the
Going
match
back
they
to
had
this-
at Great Balls of Fire was great.
Going
The
back
thing
to
is,
this-
I just didn't like the ending.
To this Bayley feud, to me, is a waste of time. But then again, I think Bayley's a complete waste of fucking time. So
The only
you know,
thing I
like,
wish we could get out of this whole Bayley thing is just Sasha turning heel on Bayley.
But-
That'd be to me one of the good things that could come out of this.
But this looks like it's where we're going. Although, who knows? Bayley got injured tonight, apparently. So maybe we're going to see Bayley drop out of the match. Who knows?
How'd she get injured?
I don't know. She was feigning an injury at the end of the match, though. She kept holding her arm like as if she got hurt.
It's called selling it.
No, they even brought it up during the announcement thing that Bayley might really be hurt, and it looked serious.
I don't remember that.
But
I'm about to say, you sure you don't mean Jax because she ran into the steps?
disappointment number 4 was the way Raw ended. The last match of the night was Big Show versus Big Cass, and nobody gave a shit. They had the cheerleader out there, Enzo. That's all he is these days. He comes out and he runs his mouth, and he introduces whoever he's bringing out to hopefully beat up Big Cass this week. They get their ass kicked. He gets his ass kicked, literally. He got kicked in the face once tonight. That was it. He was done. He looked like he was having a fucking seizure afterwards. And nobody gives a shit about this feud. Because you can't have Enzo in the feud. That's why it sucks. We've already seen that Enzo just gets demolished. But we've already seen Big Show get destroyed twice now by Cass. And tonight, a third time. The only thing that happened was Big Show landed a knockout punch after he had already won the match by DQ because Enzo jumped in because he was getting the shit kicked out of him. And literally, you could see people walking up the ramp during the match to go home. Nobody gave a shit. Why this was put on as the last match of the night, I have no idea. When you had a triple threat like that and Brock Lesnar backstage where things could have literally exploded for the last half hour of Raw, and instead, I was sitting here going, you know what? I could be doing laundry right now. Something interesting, rather than sitting here watching this shit. And I don't buy Cass for a minute. He sucks in the ring. I'm sorry. You can't tell me, oh, it's 2 7-footers. What do you expect? Fuck that. Braun Strowman and Big Show put on fucking great matches. So what the fuck is wrong with Cass? He talks like a fucking robot, so he's got to move like one too? I hate to say it, but Enzo was right. You're a fucking punchline that he wrote. And without him, the two of them without each other just doesn't work to me. I don't like it.
I don't think anybody does.
Overall,
It doesn't work because the balance is lost.
You had Enzo, who was the voice.
Put it this way, Cass had his own Paul Heyman. in a way.
And he's lost it.
Cass did all the talking.
No, Enzo did all the talking.
Enzo did all the talking.
Cass did the
ring
kicking.
work.
Yeah.
And occasionally you get a few good moves out of Enzo. Very rarely, but occasionally you did. But it's like when they split them up,
it doesn't work.
Cass lost his way. Enzo's far down in the shuffle.
Yeah, it doesn't work at all.
And it's just like, why is this a thing? It should have been a one-time thing at the pay-per-view. Let the feud end on for Cass licking Vince's nuts or something. I don't know. But on to the next thing here, because like the whole Enzo and Cass feud,
it's fizzled out.
It's literally
because it's not a feud.
Like literally one pay-per-view match,
Listen,
and that did it.
You guys watch UFC?
Yes.
Daniel Cormier said it best after this weekend. It's no longer a rivalry when you lose 2-0.
Yeah.
It's not a rivalry when you get in the ring for 10 minutes with a guy, you get tossed around like a rag doll, and he beats you. There's no rivalry there. A rivalry is when two guys can't seem to get the better of one another. One keeps winning, then the other one wins, and the other... That's a rivalry. This isn't a rivalry. This is an ant getting squashed by a giant.
Over and over again.
So it's depressing to watch, actually, after a while.
And this is really fucking stupid, because no one buys that Enzo's going to beat Cass. Especially after he gets kicked in the face once and he's out cold.
So yeah, to me, Raw was a disappointment tonight. You know, 3 weeks to go till SummerSlam. Let's hope they pick things up right now, because the only thing that looks good at this moment is the main event. But, you know, high hopes going into tomorrow night that Nakamura Kinshasas John Cena's head into the third row. I would love to see it. I really hope John Cena doesn't win tomorrow night.
Imagine his nose gets broken again.
Listen, if John Cena wins tomorrow night, make sure you turn this channel on for the video I'm going to put on. It's going to be a half-hour long rant about how much I hate fucking John Cena. And why
he's really going to do it too.
He should be beaten repeatedly with Lucille baseball bats.
Good God, man. Isn't Lucille the yellow plastic ones?
No, that's the Walking Dead one.
Oh,
with the barbed wire on it.
Shit. Well, I don't watch Walking Dead, so. Oh yeah, Lucille's the name of the bat that has the barbed wire around.
And on that note, hope for good things tomorrow night. Because otherwise, we're about to see Nakamura get completely fucking buried.
Because let's face it, everyone knows at this point. The audience is catching on. The fans are becoming more smarter.
If you don't beat Cena, you're not going to the next level.
Exactly. People have seen his matches in the past, matches against Rusev.
Where he buries guys, plain and simple.
Basically, he buries them shuffle style.
Look at what Bray Wyatt had to do just to come back from losing to Cena.
Exactly.
I mean, the last person who actually beat Cena was freaking Styles, and he went that far.
So, high hopes for tomorrow that Nakamura just fucking Kinshasas his head straight out of the fucking arena, and we never see John Cena again. Good night, folks.